Hey guys, it's Mary Lee the Diamond Dinosaur coming at you from my craft room, my Jurassic craft room it feels like. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Come stop in for a visit. If you're returning, welcome back and thank you for your support. I'm going to do a little bit of a WIP today. I got some things to talk about. I feel like I haven't really done a WIP in a very long time. So, allergies have been kicking my ass literally all season. So, yeah, there's that. So I was thinking of even going briefly on camera today, but my eyes are not going to allow that to happen. So it's supposed to rain here today and tomorrow, so I'm kind of looking forward to the rain. Even though it's going to make my joints hurt, it will take the pollen out of the air, so that'd be a good thing. And you can probably hear it in my voice. It sounds like I'm sick, but I'm not really sick. It's just from postnasal drip from allergies, so apologies. Okay, so first off, let me tell you what I'm working on. I am working on a Mandy Manzano kit from Diamond Art Club called Mama Knows Best. For anyone that doesn't know me, I'm a huge, huge Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon fan. I've read the books, I've seen the shows, I'm constantly rewatching Game of Thrones. So I figured I would do this as an homage to both of those shows and that genre, because season 3 of House of the Dragon comes out, I believe, the end of June. So I've been literally holding this kit for a very long time, just waiting for that to happen. So that's exciting. So the tools I'm working with today is my little cover minder from Pure Bliss Wax, my little dragon. I'm using my Zodiac Shadow Straightener, my trash pot from Sparkling Nana, my trinket tray of my Philadelphia Eagles from Sparkling Nana, which, oh my God, if you do not know who Sparkling Nana is, find her on Facebook. She has an Etsy shop. Her trinket trays are amazing. There are none out there like it. They are amazing. In my multi-placer today, I'm using Dragon Blossom Putty from Pure Bliss Wax, which is the signature putty of Diamond and Washi. And here's a better photo of Mama Knows Best. My pen today is from Mad Wood Turning on Etsy. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a little dragon in there. So I have another pen that I was hoping to use from Candylicious. It's not here yet though, and it is Dragon Scale Fordite. So I wanted to start this, so I figured I'll just use my dragon pen from one of my favorite turners, which is Mad Wood Turning. And I know some people have those 3D printed dragons that go over your moonlight. The little characters that sit on your canvas are like canvas protectors or whatever. Well, I never really had one of those, so I kind of figured, let me buy something that fits my style. So I got this from Happy Keyboard. A little bit bigger than what most people would like, but it is Godzilla taking his nappy in the Roman Colosseum in Italy. So yeah, I love Godzilla. He is my whole world. I love him so much. So this was one of my favorite scenes. So yeah, he sits here on my table and protects my canvas for me. Yeah, so that's where we're at, kids. So yeah. So besides allergies, let me just kind of get this out of the way. The beginning of the week, actually last weekend, I should say, my dog became very sick. My baby girl, Isabella, so she has crossed the Rainbow Bridge. She crossed on Monday. So that's another reason why I've kind of been on the down low a little bit. Very unexpected. Not like it was with Puffy, who I knew was sick and he had dementia and he was 16 years old. Bella just turned 13 last month. So she passed the Rainbow Bridge, crossed over. So now I'm down to my daughter's two dogs, Sherman, the little Pomeranian, and Helena, the boxer pointer, who I worry about her, but she's doing okay. She's adjusting. She's adjusting very well. She's with me right now underneath my craft table on her bed. So, yeah. I think I'm all cried out, to be honest. But yeah, two dogs in 6 months, that's a lot. It's a lot to take in. But yeah, enough about the sadness. We're not going to be sad today. We're going to push forward and have a great holiday weekend because I don't have to work for 3 days. Woo, yay. Because that is just a travesty. Let's just say that right up front. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, go Birds, my Philadelphia Eagles. I'm just going to open up my schedule because I need to see my schedule. So the Eagles schedule came out last week. I think it was last week. Oh, God, with Bella being sick, I don't even know. Maybe it was the week before. I don't even know. I don't even know at this point. But we have 3 preseason games. The first one is week 1, preseason, August 15th. And that's going to be against the Baltimore Ravens at Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. I'm not going to that. I did go 2 years ago. M&T Stadium is a gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's such a nice stadium. It's very much like Lincoln Financial Field, but I think a lot of this newer stadiums. I mean, these stadiums aren't even new; they're 20s and 30 years old. They have that very similar setup where it's very open format, and almost like food court. So that's week 1. Week 2, we're at Gillette Stadium with the New England Patriots. And then week 3 of preseason is August 28th in Philly against the Cincinnati Bengals. So I do have tickets to that. So I can go and at least see Joe Burrow on the side. I don't think he'll play, but, it'd be like that sometimes. We love Joey B. I'm also using these trays too. My double-decker trays. I mean, I don't even know what the real name for them is, but I've rediscovered them. I put them away because I couldn't get the stickers off from Enabler's Outpost and became very frustrated with it. And now I'm kind of, renumbered them, went through whatever, and I just use the stickers like this now as the guide when I'm using these trays. And I've rediscovered them, and I'm really enjoying them. Okay, back to the Birds. Let me see. Okay, so week 1 of the regular season begins on September the 13th in Philadelphia against the Washington Commanders. I will be at that game. So that is the only regular season game that I have tickets for at this moment. I think I did almost 4 games last year, and I don't think I want to do that this year. I mean, going to a game is fun, but you have to remember, too, like, as much as, I like the cold, it gets cold in that stadium, and once you're cold, it's very hard to get warm, So I'm not sure, how many other games. I want to go to at least one more, and I always like it to be a team that I don't normally get to see because, the Eagles don't always play the same teams every year, so, I was thinking of maybe being Seattle. I saw Seattle a long time ago. My husband and I went because that's his team, and but I don't know if I'll go because that's later in the season, and it's a Saturday night, and I'm just not sure. So week 2, we have the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. Week 3, we have the Bears at Soldier Field. So then we have the Rams at the Link at home, week 4. Week 5, we're in England at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't necessarily, I like the international games for the fans, but I don't necessarily like it for the team because, you know, if they don't get a week off after the travel, it's just a headache. And it's on early in the morning on a Sunday, 9:30 in the morning. It's just whatever. Week 6 is the Carolina Panthers at home in Philly. We have the Cowboys at home on October 26th for week 7. And then we play our second game against Commanders on November 1st in Washington, at Washington, I should say. Week 9 is against the Giants in Philly, and then we have a bye week. So I like that the bye week comes at week 10. It's almost halfway through the season. Actually, it is halfway through the season. So I like when we get a bye week that late. So it's much needed rest. We're not traveling as much as we did last year, I don't think. I feel like we have more back-to-back home games, which we do, which we didn't have that last year. We come back from the bye week for November 22nd, and we're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers in Philly. Then we travel week 12, which is Thanksgiving, for November 26th to play Dallas in Dallas. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I hate the fact, what has Dallas done in the past 30 years for them to be able to be awarded the 4 o'clock game on Thanksgiving every freaking year? Just want to know. God damn, I hate the Cowboys. Sorry for anybody out there watching that's a Cowboys fan. Week 13, we are still away for the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Then we come back home on week 14 to play the Colts in Philly. Week 15, we have the Seahawks in Philly. Week 16, we have the Texans on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve in Philly. And then we have week 17, we have the Niners at Levi Stadium in California. And then our last game is to be announced or to be determined is the time and the date. We're playing the Giants at MetLife. That shitty stadium. Jesus. 2 teams play there. You think they can't get that turf fixed? Oh my God, it's disgusting. It's dangerous. So, 2 teams, if I was going to pick a game to go to, I don't think, my husband's already said he does not want to go see Seattle. My daughter would probably like to see Seattle. That is her second favorite team. Her favorite player of all time is cornerback Richard Sherman. He played for Seattle, and he also played for the Niners, which she hates the Niners. Always has. So I'm thinking of that, or maybe even the Colts. I've never really got to see the Colts. So it'd probably be one of those 2 games. I'm just not sure which. If I was going to go to a second game, it would probably be one of those 2. We had rookie training camp. So that seemed to go well. We got to see clips of Makai Lemon do his thing. And now this week starts OTAs. Which is just, you know, little drills and stuff like that the team comes together and does. So that starts this week. We will not see A.J. Brown there. He will not be coming to OTAs. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and take away the fact that A.J. Brown is a really good wide receiver. I'll never discredit him. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. But the way you portray yourself and address the media, there are certain things that need to be just kept in-house, and some players they just can't do that. They just can not put things out there in cryptic ways to get the media going. And I mean, I follow other teams, but not as actively or as deeply as I do Philly, because Philly's my favorite team, and I can tell you that the Philadelphia media, it has been like this for as long as I can remember. Philadelphia sports is it's a very hard place to play sports because the media alone in Philadelphia will rip you apart. They will rip the team apart and tear it down. They can never be happy. They're never ever happy. If you're winning, you're still doing something wrong. If you're losing, you're definitely doing something wrong. And they're always trying to create division somewhere. So you just, as a player, you just have to be very conscious and cautious of what you say. That's why I think Jalen Hurts is a perfect fit, because he just gives you a blunt answer and that's it. If he's not going to answer, he's not going to answer. He's just going to move on from it. He handles the Philadelphia media very, very well. So June 2nd is rapidly approaching. I can't wait for June 2nd because that A.J. Brown drama will be gone. He is going to be traded. It's just a matter of where he is going to be traded. People are still saying the Patriots. I kind of feel like there's a little bit of shady stuff going on there. I do think there was some kind of tampering to pull him in. But looking at it from a young football player standpoint, that was his favorite team growing up. His coach who drafted him is there. I can understand the appeal of wanting to go there. But there were better ways to get that done. You didn't have to carry on the way that you did. I lost respect for A.J. Brown the minute he opened up a book and started reading that on the sidelines, whether we thought it was funny or whatever. Old days football, he would have been gone immediately. Period. So, yeah. Goodbye to A.J. Brown. Farewell, sayonara. I think if I was the GM, but I am not. Again, just my opinion. I definitely wouldn't be sending his ass to the Patriots. I'd be sending him so far away from where he wanted to be. I wouldn't even care. All I know is keep him out of the NFC, because we don't want him in the NFC, because we don't want to have to play him twice a year. So keep him out of our division, period. So I don't know where he's going. I know there's a couple teams that are going to be looking, but we'll see. We'll see where he ends up. Good luck to him and whatever else. I don't think him being an addition to the Patriots is going to get them back to the Super Bowl. They kind of got, Seattle, they went in there thinking they were going to be some hot shit, knowing that, they got to the Super Bowl because they had such a weak schedule, that kind of helped them get there. And then you get there and Seattle just belts to ass you. Come on now. Seattle's defense is no joke, bro. No joke. So, yeah, that's where we're at with A.J. Brown. We had press conferences the other day with our coaching staff. So, Vic Fangio. I love Vic Fangio. He is so real. He does not mince words. He's just a little grandpa. He's great. And came right out and said that, every year the whole topic of retirement comes up and he just doesn't. So we probably have him for at least another 2 years. So that's good. I hope over the next couple of years, Clint Hurtt stays here, because I really could foresee him being the next defensive coordinator when Vic Fangio retires. I like Clint a lot. So yeah, he's probably one of my favorite coaches on the staff. And then we heard from Michael Clay. Michael Clay, and I never really thought about this. One of the questions someone asked him was, how he feels is, do you think he would ever want to be a head coach someday? And, I never really thought about special teams coach in this way, but he brought up a really good point. He pretty much said that he tells people all the time that being a special teams coach is as close as you can get to being a head coach, because he gets to talk to everybody. So like the offensive coaches are just really talking to the offensive players, defensive coach talking to the defensive players, and the special team coach gets to talk to all of the players. He gets to talk to everybody. So, you know, at the end of his presser in that question, you know, he said that if he stays, he loves it in Philly, and if he stays in Philly for the rest of his career, he would be blessed. He would feel blessed to have been a special teams coach, because to him, that's the closest thing you can get to being a head coach, is a special teams coach. So I thought that was kind of fascinating take on that, you know, coaching position, because you never really think about it. You always think of special teams sometimes as being the lesser team. You know, they're not really on the field, only for, you know, kickoffs and punts and things like that. But, you know, field goals. But, you know, really, you know, they're a big part of the team, you know. But most people, you know, that aren't big football fans, or just watch football just to watch it, you know, just realize they just think there's just an offense and a defense. They don't understand the other working pieces of it. So I just thought that was interesting. And then, drum roll, please. We got to hear from our new OC, Sean Mannion, and, you know, how he feels. He's very excited. He loves working with Jalen. Things I've heard other content creators say about this new offense that's coming. I'm going to tell you, I'm very, very excited for it. It's been a long time since we've had a new offensive scheme. You know, Nick Sirianni always has to have his hands in things, so I'm glad that Sean Mannion has complete autonomy with the offensive play calling, and I'm really, really excited for it. I'm excited to see Jalen Hurts play more under center and, you know, throw across the middle. I'm really excited for Devontae Smith. You know, he's now going to be our wide receiver one with A.J. Brown being gone, and I think he's going to excel. I think he's going to do very, very well. I think he's going to utilize our new rookie, Mekhi Lemon, very well. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for it, and I can't wait to see it. Yeah, so, you know, football will be here before you know it when you think about it. OTAs this week, and then you have training camp in July. And, you know, then preseason starts, you know, towards the end of August. And next thing you know, football will be here. So, yeah, let's go. Go Birds. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I am excited, though, also. I know I feel like I'm all over the place because I have so much to say. I have so many things I want to talk about, and I just I didn't think to write everything down. And, you know, with everything happening with me being stuck in allergy mode forever and a day because they're so bad this year, and then, you know, with everything happening to Bella, and, it's just a lot. So, I will say this about Isabella, for those that watch and did not hear this. The vet does believe that she had splenic cancer, like cancer of the spleen, because her immune system was attacking her red blood cells. And, you know, she would have had to have several transfusions just to survive. And even then, it wasn't a guarantee. So, again, it was totally unexpected. Didn't see it coming, like right out of left field. So whether it is your family member, your husband, your wife, your significant other, your child, your parent, your dog, your cat, life is too short. So feel blessed with every moment you get with your loved ones, whether, again, it's a pet, a human, it doesn't matter. Just know that you're blessed for every second of every day, of every hour, of every week, to be with those that you love, and life is just very short because you never know. We're not promised tomorrow. You're never promised tomorrow. You can hope for it, but it's never promised. So, that being said, guys, I'm going to sign off. I want to really kind of finish up this section. Go birds. Remember that roar in dinosaur means I love you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want, you can like and subscribe for more stuff. I try to be on at least once a week for a WIP or something, but I haven't been able to, be on that because I really haven't been buying anything either for small shop hauls. I know I have about 12 canvases on the way at some point, as well as a pen. So as soon as they come in, I'll start doing like unboxings. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. So fly, Eagles, fly. Go birds. Roar. Love you guys. And don't forget, House of the Dragon, I think it's June 21st, Season 3. Everybody should tune in to see what our favorite war criminal, Daemon Targaryen, is going to do today. I'll talk to you guys later. See you soon. Bye.